lane, blocking the Beastmaster pull.
So Enchantress does have a smoke, no sentries on her, but after that one Observer Ward's already taken down, she should feel pretty safe.
But Doublemint going to try and contest this bottom rune. Fada's here as well, going to walk in. See Napalm's up with a dive forward. A lot of damage already coming out. Durax is dropping down low, but Dendy, he's been focused down by Team Liquid. He will get back up the hillside, whilst actually the Phoenix will be the first blood. Taken by Na'Vi, art style, killing off Durax. And they're able to bail back out.
Nice moves by Slaughter. Without the ceiling salve, he would have definitely been a dead fish.
Oh, Fada might be up a little bit too far. Arstyle's going to start his rotation. He needs that troll trap to come. You've got the actually the purge creep as well, slowing him down. Fada trying to reach that tier 1 tower. He just can't do it. The sticky napalm fireflies there, and Dendy will take the kill in the mid. And Snako together. Arstyle, however, is bone dry when it comes to mana, so don't look for any kind of slow, don't look for any kind of heal, but Dendy starts his Firefly, but it's mind control, rotates over, breaks the smoke of Arstyle. Kuro's still here, but they're going to glimpse Fada back over underneath Dendy's Firefly. Fada, however, stands ground up against Dendy, and the burst damage is there. The Sunray will also arrive, making it so Na'Vi is a little bit more cautious about this, but then again, Diddy Ra runs forward. He's got Spin available. He'll focus onto the Phoenix. The wall locking in Kuro as well, allowing Arstyle's army to move forward underneath the T1 tower, but Dragon Form is up, and Fada wants to fight. The sun's on Diddy Ra, thanks to that Slaughter Crush, and now the Omni Flash! He's hit level 6 during the engagement. Will bounce back out, and Diddy Ra, on 60 HP, will retreat behind his Tier 1 tower. Damage from TK, you do not want to fight into it. Just dissuade him from taking your tower.
And they didn't even try for the glimpse. They probably only know that there's 2 heroes there. If there were more, they would have at least
double TPs are on their way. Snako, he's got Storm up and running. He's going to pull Fada back into it, however. Waiting for that glimpse timing. It's not really going to happen for him, but the spin damage. Then he's going to get hit out of that Firefly. There's actually Durax with that Sunray doing the work. Fada, can he actually get out of here? Not with a double crush from mind control. Na'Vi, they've lost 3 heroes here. A triple kill for Durax. Nat Phoenix causing absolute havoc for Na'Vi, coming from behind the lines and giving no way to retreat.
I mean, no one was really ready for that. I don't know if like Snako had just hit level 6, but I think they should have engaged right after they used a glyph. They could have isolated the Dragon Knight close to the
T1 as well.
tower.
Snako may not escape from this one. He'll glimpse mind control out of here. And that will allow him to get a little bit of distance, but Kuro's also rotating up. He's got swap available, so he can pull Snako back over again. Exactly what he does with the stun and with the basic attacks. Wave of Terror. There's almost no armor on Snako, but then he wants to try and punish now the Team Liquid drafter. Kuro on the run, Artstyle's behind him. They can slow him down. He's dragged the creep wave too, so Kuro understands that he is most definitely dead, but he's wasting time here of Dendy and Artstyle.
And that will be Dendy's Blink Dagger immediately picked up after that. It was
this smoke maneuver, they're going to find him. It's Diddy Ra. He's got his own observer on the other side of the tree line, so mind control smoke will break. But Diddy Ra, he knows he's in trouble. Spin TP out. In comes mind control. No point up in bash, but you got the swap from Kuro. And Diddy Ra, he'll go down on the top lane. Kuro taking the kill, and this means Tier 1 tower will fall straight after. It's already injured.
any sort of jump on Liquid. And this is before the bear comes. If they try and go into Vengeful Spirit, which they might try and do later, they can just Savage Roar.
Sorry, Roar from Jantrol in the mid, going to trigger the Necro Books as well. Then he jumps forward, there is no lasso available, but Mind Control, they glimpse him back into the storm, and with the Sun Ray, it's not enough protection. In fact, it's Diddy Ra who has to start walking away from Durax.
And a new blink on Mind Control will hail the smoke from Liquid.
Now they look for their opening, a three-man maneuver. They see Snako, or do they? They're coming up top lane, they're searching for Diddy Ra. Mind Control actually goes for the blink, he misses it, the swap will be there, but Diddy Ra now making a break for his tier 2 tower. General triggers the Necro Books. He's got Roar available, and the rest of Na'Vi are coming. The whole 5-man lineup, they're burning off the mana here of Fada, so Dragon Form is still protecting him. He doesn't have the armor turned on. They glimpse him back into the wall, and the storm. Can they hold him there? Yes, they can. Liquid, they're actually cutting their losses. They understand this ZK is gone. They just want to bail out and go straight back to the other lanes to farm and push him out. Na'Vi wants to go for, but Liquid hit the scam perfectly, and Na'Vi walks straight under it, and this pushes Liquid up to their own ancient area. Hilariously enough, Snako's already put down an Observer Ward, which will now, Kuro sees it because he put down his own sentry, and Na'Vi, they just keep coming up the hill. They're looking for an opening. General, he actually started the axis for the Roar. There's your lasso over on Kuro, but then he's stunned up. The Nova is down, and Dandy so deep with no friends.
I think at that point you just take the C1 tower instead of he is far ahead of Dendy in terms of farm with the Dragon Lance and the Axe for complete. I think that will make it very difficult for Liquid to push high ground. Maybe Sunray on the bear they could do a decent amount of damage.
Dira. Fada, under the Shadow Blade, runs forward, there's just done. Snako gets a good ulti off, then he jumps in too. Lasso on Kuro, and Didira spins up and gets back into the face safely. He'll end up surviving this one with a roar of atonement. He's caught underneath the tier 3 tower. The healing wood will come forward, allowing Na'Vi to survive through this one. With Slaughter down, atonement will join him. Kuro will go down too. The damage is arriving from Na'Vi in the form of Arstyle. Impetus damage over to Fada with a spin too. Fada's gone too. They've lost 4. Na'Vi will defend the high ground, and this is why Liquid were being so patient. They understood there's still some bite to Na'Vi's lineup. Actually, he gets a vision on the ward, so he'll get rid of it that way. And there's still the committal of Necrobooks to get rid of that ward. But it might be worth it. Liquid are coming back over.
And there's also a gem on the Phoenix. Let's see if they get the Dire Observer.
The bear makes a run. Na'Vi, they're looping around. They want Liquid to try and find them. That's why Denny, BKB Lasso, catching out Kuro, taking that Vengeful Spirit out of the play already. And McCumbin caught down the river, roared up. The spin's going to happen. The Nova's also down. Fada is dropping low. Enchantress pumping up the damage with a clutch from Mind Control, stopping the inflicting of it. And Fada, there's a Sunray. He actually just heals up so quickly, combining up with the armlet. Na'Vi are bailing out this one. They lost 2. The Savage Roar a little bit too late there. But that's 2 heroes down from Na'Vi, and now Liquid will be taking Roshan.
Get Kuro with the lasso, but then their other damage dealers are just wailing onto Dityara. Dityara, he spun, even with his Vanguard, he died during the spin, was not able to get his Omni Slash off, and that will be a free road.
Oh, he attempts the steal. The Roshan is still killed by the Radiant, and the Lone Druid has the Aegis, the Immortal. Dendi does not have buyback of no committal. Potentially looking to maybe force out a BKB charge for him, but Fada doesn't care. He goes Dragon Form, and they're coming up high ground. You are still not having Juggernaut here. He's too far away. The stun comes in over on Arstyle. Remember, he's a big source of damage. He'll turn it around, now trying to hit into Fada, who seems to be okay with this when Jirex is there holding his hand with Sunray, a full medic frontliner. Didira, Mind Control, okay, he came up. Yeah, I don't know if he was looking for a real stun, but Fada's able to get one. The nice storm over on Kuro. He's actually dropping really, really low. Fada walks back into it under the cover of his BKB, but the Roar will also control him. Arstyle just pumping out the cannon damage from the rear end. Fada, he's going to go down. They've lost 2. The stun comes out from the bear. Arstyle so low. The Flame Ray trapped by space. Arstyle with the stun ray from Jirex. He'll kill him at the end. And Dendi as well. He's burning in the pit. The 4-star will allow to retreat. The bear may go down, but a fresh one gets summoned up here by Matumberman. Now the Crush General still on the front lines. He's going to get entangled as well. General! RNG is against him this time around. Matumberman keeps going onto the racks. The bear is just so damn strong. Arstyle wants something with the help of Denny. Maybe he can claim Matumberman's down low, but Mind Control initiates in. Arstyle locked in by the bear, and with the Sunray, the heal starts coming in, and Denny has to force himself away to save him. There's just no place to be safe. Liquid are all over this Na'Vi base. They take the top racks out. And now with a glimpse, maybe they can catch out Mind Control. In fact, they will be able to with a spin out from Dityara. So the damage is done. Team Liquid have taken the top racks.
And another fight where he had the Aegis, it ticked down, and then he got hit by a Firefly, so he could... Not at all.
And Arstyle's like a cannon with that Moonshard. If the Lone Druid bear loses half of its life in a very, very short span of time.
And Liquid have to feel very comfortable. 3 minutes until the Aegis respawn, so no Aegis death shenanigans.
Fada, there's a jump in. Mind Control right on top of General. He's going to go down low, but he actually gets his Roar off in time. That Phoenix egg is in the perfect spot. Na'Vi has nowhere to go apart from down. Dityara will be lost as well. A trip buyback right now from Na'Vi to defend their mid lane, but they don't have their source of damage. They don't have Ench. They do not have a Juggernaut, and they don't have this game. GG. Na'Vi will lose game 1 to Team Liquid, as Liquid just really solid. Maybe a bit of a hiccup with that mid lane push, but apart from that, they were
with the Aegis, maybe a little bit from the early game, but that's to be expected with Arstyle's Enchantress. Overall, I think they went in with a game plan. Na'Vi just lacked damage output on a lot of fronts, did not control the Phoenix, even Dendy's level 2 Shadow Strike.
And we've almost had like our permanent small cam on just Snako and Kuro battling inside the jungle.
Oh, he's getting rolled on top.
Yeah, Tusker goes for Snako. Jirax brings Dutz along with him. Snako will try the run, but again, the Penguin slides down, putting up the shards. And Snako, no real way to survive this unless he can last for about 2 more seconds. He goes invis, but that'll be first blood going the way of Kuro. He had about 1.5 seconds left until that dust was going to dispel. Burst damage combo, and that's something which a Queen of Pain offers in droves.
But Mind Control can just get a TP to deal with that. If he
middle lane, Fada initiated on. Snako was waiting just for the right time to strike, and they kill him off. General came in just to say hello, but he really wasn't even required at the end of the day. Snako is now taking up the bottom lane, also finding a little bit of farm of his own. They're trying to get his level 6 middle lane. Fada initiation comes in, but with double Spirit Siphon so quick onto Denny and Arstal. Snowball's coming forward. It's headed over towards Denny, but they don't go up the hill with the Snowball. They're caught on the ground, and now with the Shroud, Fada the Sonic Wave's committed and say goodbye to your Death Prophet again. 2 kills coming the way of Na'Vi.
Towards Dityara into the Radiant jungle, and it's a schmuck. And I think mind control is going to be a very large issue soon.
Well, Dityara walks straight into it. He doesn't have ulti form. Actually triggered the dust. I think your bounty hunter's there, but he was just around the corner of the cliff. Dityara, the roll will be committed. Support's going to come in, or will it? It's actually not coming in fast enough. Dityara puts the walls up. He's tanking up so long. And Snako, they'll track over on Jirax. He snowballs. He's going in deeper. He's going up the Lycan, but you've already lost your Death Prophet. They just keep battling, and now it's Liquid. They find themselves in a little bit too deep inside the Radiant base.
To go for the top rune instead, but that's a very costly mistake.
Liquid fortify straight away. Snako scouted out the triple stack of Ancients too. Snako, he's walking, he's right next to Jirax. The TPs are on the way, they trigger dust. Jirax realizes something's awry, hoping to find Snako. The Shuriken toss damage is a little bit, but it will be Vada claiming a kill back. Middle lane, where potentially, nope, Dityara gets sharded up, but there's no real follow-up. Snako's just Shuriken tossing and being a very big nuisance with that 3-point up. So you take the stack, but you lose your tier 1 tower on top lane.
A lot of damage coming out on bottom.
Yeah, right behind that tower. There's the stun coming in from the VS. They need a little bit more follow-up with the swap. They might be able to get it. Timber Chain will drag Mind Control away. He's got 15 reactive armor stacked up at the moment. The Sonic Wave, it manages to reach out to Kuro. And now Dityara, he wants to battle up against Mind Control, but do they have enough damage? The 31 regeneration a second, a short-range Timber Saw, and maybe with the shards coming in, Dityara still going to go in for more. He'll avoid the Timber Chain off to the left. Seneka still in the back lines. Jirax, he's got a lot of life to work with. The Crypt Swarm is a little bit off target. It doesn't hit Dityara, who'll TP out in the trees. The Courier is also going to go down to General. This is just Sparta locked inside the Sprout. He'll turn for the silence because he's got the support. The Sven has come into the fight. And Na'Vi do not want to bar of this. They've actually smoked up Snako, caught by the shards there of the Tusker. The Wolves are still in the neighborhood, so they see everything that's happening with Liquid's movements.
But they don't have control of that area, and Lycan needs access.
Denny needs a little bit more mana than what he's currently got, but he might be able to get a kill here on Kuro with the help of Snako. Remember, this is track kills as well. General will come in. They just want to split this money 3 ways. The Wrath of Nature will ensure the kill.
Maybe he can bloody block it with the Wolves. They really need to limit this Sven's farm because Lycan was really hampered by that Timber Saw in the
You're down a long way here, Mind Control. There's 4 heroes from Na'Vi grouping up on this. He Timber Chains up, but Arstar swaps him back in again. They need the stun, they need the control. Reactive armor charges come, but it doesn't matter. Then he commits with the Sonic Wave. Liquid were bringing in reinforcements, they just don't arrive in time with that much burst damage. Na'Vi will try a little bit of a smoke maneuver of their own, and again, Kuro is probably going to be the one on the end of this. The track comes in, there's nowhere to really hide. Even if he tries to make a break for the tree line, he can roar over on General. Support won't get there in time, and they also mop up the Necros. So
I had a real hard time pushing out the lanes. This game Liquid are up against a very similar sort of thing. They have Lycan, which can split push out lanes, the Nature's Prophet that can split push out lanes, and they need to be able to get to the point where they can 5-on-5. I believe that 5-on-5 is way stronger than Na'Vi at this point, especially with the Aegis on Sven.
Who do you want to go on here? R-Style swapping out. Mind Control is actually in the top river as well. They're going to lose one, but the Wrath of Nature bounces through. Lycan down quickly. Jirax with a snowball, protected for a bit, but the Shakuran toss bouncing their way out. And now Fada, Exorcism is on the field. R-Style wants to run away from this one. He's got a stun. He can hold Fada in position, but Matalaman catching Snako on the back line. They're able to just mop up Na'Vi underneath the tier 2 tower. So there's still a 3-for-2 trade-off. You got a good pickup in the top river.
They just probably have to be very careful about that.
Snako has a small little opportunity here. You'll see Matoma just walking over the river. And Lycan, yeah, he's like, okay, he's going to cross the river. You come into our territory. R-Style swapping his teammate in so he can actually get close enough for the swamp. But Yulset, however, now has arrived. Jirax in close. And be careful of Mind Control. He got a big spin with the chain out. They're doing terrible damage to Na'Vi at the moment. Even the Roar is keeping the Bounty Hunter out of this play. Maybe, no, he's actually, yeah, he will go down. He'll give the gem over and Na'Vi lose 4. A triple kill for Vada. Mind Control with a perfect spin and Vada having all the time in the world after that Yulset went off. Just let the Exorcism do its work. And Snako gets the track over on Jirax, so they start getting some vision towards Roshan. Same with the Lycan Wolves. They get scattered out other ways. Now Fada finding Arstyle, starting with that Spirit Siphon. Support Mataman, blinks himself forward. And Na'Vi, yep, they understand. Arstyle is dead. Accept the fact and move on.
And both teams addressing the T3 issue at the top, mind control, and should try and dodge and split push. I don't know how Lycan's going to get involved in these fights. At some point, he's going to need
a lot of one way. Koro finds Didira. Didira walking into his hands with an Necro Bork. He can't actually have enough mana to get the ultimate off. So you can say goodbye to Lycan. He brought up his Assault Cuirass recipe. Will be okay because of the pressure being applied through top lane. But Liquid may not care. They're coming in for that tier 3 tower. There's no fortification available from Na'Vi, and there is available from Liquid. And with Exorcism not being able to use for Roshan, Liquid are just going to melt through this mid-racks.
Yeah, there's God Strength, there's Inner Beast, there's Exorcism. How do you compete with this split push? T3's not even down on the top.
They're coming back to defend the top lane as well. General, he's going to get caught out, so he'll die up there. Meanwhile, Fada and Mataman, they do all the work on the bottom. The stun from Arstyle. Mataman will return it with his own Stormbolt. You've taken out 2 melee sets of racks. Now, can they get out of this one scot-free? Swaps available from Arstyle with that level 2, but he's just not in range. The ball from the Beastmaster slowing him up so he cannot reach Fada. And then Fada turns for the double silence. Have they got any kind of stun, any kind of disable? No, they don't. The 2 people he silenced are the 2 people with the stuns.
Outplayed by Fada. Lycan can't hit anyone. He can try it on Timbersault. He has tons of armor.
Jirax.
Warcry.
Okay, that didn't go the way I thought it was going to. Prophet's going to TP over as well. They commit the drum charges with a Sprout. Jirax will be caught. The Orchid's there, so he can't snowball himself out this one. Even with the extra track on Matumberman. They could have thought about going a little bit harder, but there's no way for Na'Vi to know what is behind.
In mind control with a sight.
Starts moving up. That Hawk. Koro gets a glimpse of Snako. Snako quickly blinks up, and now they actually find the Timbersaw. You can track him up. Prophet, he's starting his TP over as well. So they think about going a mind control, but that new side of the fight is going to work. Not to mention the roar from Koro. Catching out in the back line. Then he's gone. They lost the Queen of Pain. They lost their magical burst damage. There's no way they can kill mind control. And with the rest of the heroes coming over from Liquid, Mataman looking to cleave through. The Valiant may end in one streak, but it's just a buyback. They just had the money. They just had the manpower. Team Liquid will just keep walking all over Na'Vi, catching now inside the river, spin him around, drop him down. Didira is gone, and the last player being chased is Mataman versus Arstyle up on the top lane. Where's that armor toggle? There's still the Aegis the Immortal, but Arstyle's got no chance. 5-hero wipe in favor of Team Liquid. You did buy back once, and you did lose that Beastmaster, but still, now you go for the mid lane, and it looks like they can just go for, well, they can't go for the top lane because the tier 2 tower's still there, so they just go for the GG. Isolate Arstyle, he's hexed up, Kuro's on top of him, this could be it for Na'Vi. They're losing too many players. Snako can come back into the fight, but the rest of Liquid are on their way. The double buyback from Dendi as well as Snako. So the tier 4 towers are under siege. Dendi does have Sonic Wave up, he does have his BKB for the 15 seconds. He doesn't really even have an opening.
This game quickly spiraled out of control. Na'Vi, no solution to the mass team fight coming out from Liquid.
They are really almost ending this game. 8 seconds until the Lycan is alive. 10 over on the Prophet. If they lose any more heroes, just like that, there it is. Quick picks and GG. Na'Vi are eliminated, and Team Liquid will advance themselves through into the next round where they get to battle up against Fnatic.
Still a pretty good run from Na'Vi, but Liquid showing why they're many people's picks for top 1 in this tournament.
Yeah, they are such an amazing team, such solid play as well. Na'Vi tried to throw them off a little bit with that Lycan first pickup. You could definitely see